VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Hey, chat.
Yes.
Easy going right there. Looking at it. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
more to go.
Good evening, everyone. We are here with you on VRML. Shut up, Aidan. Speaking of which, we are here with you on VRML Channel 1 with a wonderful matchup and set here. Right now, we have Vicious versus Aurora. Nice master tier match for us. And we're going to get started here soon. I'm HPain2. Here with me, co-casting is Banna, and on cams is Aidan-VR. So hopefully we're going to get started here. Yes. Thank you, Aidan, for your input.
Thank you very much.
It was
Aidan.
almost definitely muted on stream. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. And Banna, I mean, take us away.
Yeah, of course. You know, both teams here. We got Aurora versus Vicious here. And the team that ends up winning it is Vicious. The stacks are going to be coming down very quickly, but Caesar is able to slap that away into the opposite side. Both teams are getting stacked up here. It's going to be into the hands of Palace, though. And they're going to go for a dribble play right down, but it's intercepted by Saluna. Saluna attempts to clear, but it ends up going right into Matthew's hands.
Now sitting over on the side of Palace. Palace passing it up to Zach W. Beautiful save from Steel Skydiver, who's going to try to go for the clear. Not getting those bounces that you want, though. But Saluna able to get it, trying to get it cleared out. But Sweet Tooth ready for it. Now sending it over to Matthew. Matthew holding on to it, moving it over to Zach W. A bit of a cluster here, trying to look like they're spreading out a bit. Matthew setting it up to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth walking it in, trying to go for the shot. Another beautiful save from Steel once again.
The slap is going to go out, but it ends up bouncing off of the Geo there. It's going to be into the hands of Zach W. He's going to go for the pass to Palace. Palace moving up the disc, no pressure, but ends up getting pressured. Matthew with the disc, juking around a little bit, going to pass it to Zach. Zach going in for the shot, is able to put the disc right into the goal.
Already, I mean, good points from both sides here. I mean, points on who's on orange? Our team swapped. Aidan. Aurora is on orange. Okay. They're right. Okay. Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, Selena with it now. Sending it over to Looney. Looney going in for the shot, and maybe I couldn't tell there. Maybe a Chicago there from Sweet Tooth, but that's going to now bring it back up to a tie game. Just 2 minutes off of the clock.
You know, I really like how quick both of these teams are playing here. You can see how quick thinking and the passes are. But back to the game here. They're going to go for the long clear there, but Caesar is able to intercept it. He's going to go for the... No, it's going to be Steel Skydiver going for the shot, but ends up digging it off. And Palace is able to slap that away. They're going to get it stacked together. They're going to go for the pass to Zach. Zach going in for the shot. It bounced right off the clock, but Matthew is right there to be able to dunk it right in.
Unfortunate with that shot there. That was close. But, I mean, they still got it in the end. Just that defense not quite able to get back to it in time. But now is their chance, as they do have joust advantage here. Only a 2-point game right now. Already, I mean, we're still early on. This can still go anywhere. It's going to be Caesar moving it over to Looney. Looney getting some pressure from that defensive stack, sending it over to Saluna just in the nick of time. Saluna moving it down to Caesar. Caesar trying to move around that bubble, trying to go to Saluna, who gets stunned out just before the disc reaches them. Palace now getting a chance to clear it out, and it is into that side. Matthew with it right now. Matthew moving around, sending it over to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, they have a chance here. They're gonna move in on it and go for the slam dunk. Some beautiful plays on both sides here, just able to move it onto that other side of the field.
Some very slower movement there, but it ends up getting to the goal right there. You saw the goalie stun that I think Zach W put on the goalie, which made it just a lot easier for Sweet Tooth to be able to dunk it in. And now it's going to be into the hands of Steel Skydiver. He's going to go for the pass all the way down to Caesar. Caesar going in for another pass, going for the reset down. They're going to go for the long pass. Saluna with it is Saluna going in for the cut, but it ends up being off. And it's going to be recovered by Caesar. Caesar going in for the slap, though. And it's free floating at the moment. It's going to be slapped away, but Steel Skydiver intercepts it once again. He's going to go for the pass all the way to Saluna. Saluna going for the pass to top clock. Caesar going in for the shot. Actually, no, it was Looney. Oh, I cannot read. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was Looney.
But, I mean, does it matter in the end? Because it does mean more points on the board for them. Now, again, back into a 2-point game. We're almost halfway through this round. This is still very close already. And, I mean, it's going to be Vicious with their joust advantage right now, taking big advantage with it. They have an open shot here, and they are going to take it for the 3, punishing that defensive area who just couldn't get quite back in time. Now bringing them 9-4.
A very aggressive stack there, but leaving the goal open there, leaving that open shot there for another 3 points for Vicious. But it's going to be Aurora with the joust advantage. Still, Skydiver is going to go for the pass all the way down to right tunnel. They're going to go for a quick pass down, but ends up bouncing off of the Pac-Man, and the stack is going to be able to get their Palace. But it's going for the clear there. Both stacks are coming in. Shot is going to be taken by Palace, and Palace is going to be able to put the disc into the goal.
And now we're seeing some leads start to form as Vicious just taking a hard lead right now. They are 8 in the lead, but that really, especially with the amount of time we have, about 4 minutes, 30 seconds, that doesn't mean a whole lot because that is still plenty of time for comebacks. So we'll see where this goes as no pass comes in. That seemed to be an intended pass, but it ended up clearing onto their own side. Not what you want, but they still managed to recover it. They had people Saluna saying it to Looney. Looney, what? Aidan,
Alright.
you are difficult to ignore sometimes. But that's going to be now 2 more points up from Aurora. I have voices in my head while casting, apparently. And only when casting with Aidan. Isn't that weird?
Aiden's like a little voice in your head, you know? But anyways, the pass is going to be down to Zach W. Zach W is going to go for the cross pass right to Matthew. Matthew with the disc. He has the reset, but they're going to go for the pass to Zach here. Zach back to Matthew. Matthew is able to move it up. They're going to go for the long pass to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth going in for the cut to Palace. Palace going in for the shot and is able to get the disc right into the goal. I noticed.
Yes, there is a word sneak, Aidan. That is true. That's also more than a word, Aidan. But we're going to... no. Anyways. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I came out a lot more aggressive than I wanted, but... Interesting, just kind of slowing things down and immediately picking up their pace back. It is going to be Aurora. Saluna with it. Moving it back and forth with Looney. Looney sending it to Caesar, who has a great advantage here. Chicago from Sweet Tooth. Moving it into the goal after picking it up. That is unfortunate for Vicious, but that's great for Aurora as they are now just almost 2.5 minutes left as they shrink that lead back down.
Gonna be into the hands of Vicious here. Palace with it is holding on to wasting time here as they know they have the lead here, 14-8. Aurora still can come back though if they're able to get enough points on the board. And the pass is gonna be down, but it's gonna be messed up, and the stacks are gonna be down. It's gonna be robbed by Looney though, and Looney is gonna get that cleared down. Stacks are getting connected, and they're going down. It's gonna be into the hands. Steel Skydiver is able to put the disc right into the goal.
There is Aurora now with only a 3-point deficit. 1 3-pointer will bring this back up to a tie game. I mean, they let Vicious get that lead, but Aurora has a hard chance at coming back for this round 1 here. It's just up to whoever to see if either Vicious will prevent that from happening or Aurora will pick up their pace and bring it. But I'm not sure how that will go as Zach W moving it over to Sweet Tooth, who is going to send it into the open goal as that defense kind of gets a bit dispersed there. Not sure what happened.
You know, the defense there was slipping on bananas right there. But now it's going to be into the hands of Aurora. There's still time if they're able to drain in 2 threes or 3 and a 2-pointer to tie it up for OT. It's going to be into the hands of Caesar. Caesar is going to go for the long pass all the way to Looney. Looney is moving the disc up, going in for the cross, but it ends up being missed. Both teams are chasing the disc right now. It's going to be into the hands of Zach W. Zach W is going to go for the long clear there. It's going to be into the bubble too. It's going to be into the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth juking around and is able to get that dunk into the goal.
Now, what I'm noticing right now, both of these teams have really strong offenses. They have really strong offenses. But sometimes their defenses can fall apart, and I think Vicious is just... But I mean, both teams, honestly, are taking full advantage of that. I think Vicious is especially just becoming a little bit more aggressive than Aurora is right now, and that's letting them take this lead. But I don't know. There's not quite enough mathematical time for Aurora to take this back as we close after 20 seconds. There is time for some souvenir points, as some others would call them. It is sitting in the bubble right now. Looney trying to move in on that and not able to move in on it as that defensive stack, or I mean just everyone on defense right now is right on top of them. But that is going to close out round 1, 18-11. Vicious having that strong initial lead and continuing that lead throughout the round, but just enough to pull through. Aurora, very strong throughout that. What do you think, Banna?
You know, yeah, it was a very good round here, very close, but it ends up just Vicious is able to take advantage and is able to get a good lead here. And yeah, that's really about it. All I saw really in this whole round. And you know, there's something happening tomorrow. You know that, H Penny?
There is. There is something happening tomorrow. Something starting tomorrow, more accurately. Maybe something with fall starting with fall and ending with fest. That's right, it's VRML Fall Fest, you know what it is. 6 weekends, 3 leagues, 1 passion, starting October 15th, that is tomorrow, featuring Pavlov Season 9 Finals, Onward Season 13 Finals, and ending with the Echo Horizon Season 6 Grand Finals Sunday, November 20th. VRML Fall Fest is a celebration of over 5 years of VRML growth through passion and dedication. We'll have more details soon, but I mean, starting tomorrow, we will have the Onward Finals here. Finals? I believe, yes. No? I'm not sure. Things are getting picked out. We have dates and stuff. They will be posted very soon. But, nonetheless, be there. Be there. It's Fall Fest. It's big. We've never done anything like this. Exactly. Be there or be square, as the voice in my head named Aidan-VR says. And it's going to be Aurora with that initial joust. Vicious trying to get out of that bubble. Zach not fully able to get it out. Too many people from Aurora, but not enough people from Vicious. They cannot get it in, though. It's going to, and those misses are going to be hard punished, as it is being moved over into the Aurora side. Stolen out by Aurora, though. It's going to be an attempted clear, but not good enough. Matthew now with it, pulling themselves back a little bit, just taking their time, trying to draw out that those stacks and everything. Getting stunned out, though. Going to Palace, who also immediately gets stunned out. Zach realizing everyone's stunned. We gotta pull things back a little bit. Sweet Tooth with it now. But it gets stolen out by Looney. Now going to stun and steal it back, though.
It's going to be into the hand of Sweet Tooth here. Sweet Tooth is moving the disc. Going right for the cut past the Palace, but Palace ends up missing the disc there. It's going to be into the hands of Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth juking around there, looking for the pass. They found the pass. The Palace. Oh, and I think Steel Skydiver just self-goaled it right there. But points really there, you know?
I mean, yeah, that was a very interesting way to start the round. A lot more, like, fighting between each team going on there. A lot of stuns I noticed there right off the bat. Like, someone gets the disc, bam, they get stunned. Someone else gets the disc, they're stunned. So, I mean, yeah, let's see what this goes. Caesar with it. Interesting way to pass it to Looney, who's going to send it to Saluna with the open shot, who's going to immediately take those 2 points, now bringing us right back to a tie game right where we started, just with 2 more minutes off the clock.
You know, really for the second round, the start has really just been a lot going on. Very messy there, but you know, points, they're scoring the points that they need, and it's right now tied up. 8 minutes left into the round here. They're gonna go for the cross pass all the way to Zach W. Zach W moving up to this, looking for the passes here, taking their time. They have Matthew on the cross here, but they're going to go for the reset instead, all the way to Palace. Palace is going to go past it to Matthew. Matthew going in for the pass all the way down, juking around on the backboard. Sweet Tooth juking around, is able to put the dunk, and it's going to be another 2 points for Vicious.
Very interesting move, I will say, as he just kind of wiggles it around the post there. But hey, I mean, if it works, it works. And it worked because they brought them up by another 2 points. It's going to be Aurora with that joust advantage, moving in for a rollout there, sending it back and forth. Still Skydiver, setting up Saluna. Saluna and Looney here, they have a one-on-one with the goalie here. It's going to become a 2-on-2, but beautiful save there from Sweet Tooth. Now in the hands of Palace, who's going to move it into the Aurora side. Which stack is going to get to it first? It's going to be kind of a race. I don't know. The stacks aren't super there, but it's enough for Sweet Tooth to get there with a purely open goal and bring them up by another 2 points now with a 4-point lead and a pause from which side? From Aurora. I mean, yeah. Anything particular you're seeing out there, Banana?
Banana. I don't know. I thought the little voice that every caster has in their head, and named Aidan-VR, would have told us who would have paused, because thank you. There you go. That's the voice I know. That's the voice. You know? But anyways, both teams here with an interesting start, really. With Vicious and Aura getting back-to-back points there, but Vicious is able to take advantage and was able to split up the stacks coming in from Aurora, and is able to get these easy points coming into the second round.
Yeah, and I just looked at stats here. I just noticed something. Both teams have about even possession time, actually. Really, they are essentially trading possession here. Vicious, 3 minutes 40 seconds. Aurora, 3 minutes 41 seconds. So both teams have about the same time with the disc. But Vicious, they're being very. I think they're being very aggressive here. Their offense is just getting there before anybody else can, and it is working for them. It's working for them because they're getting points left and right. Aurora is also getting points. Again, they're trading a little bit, but Vicious is just barely in the lead right now. I mean, not barely in the lead. They had a very strong advantage last round, but it's working out for them. It's bringing them in the lead enough to have good winnings, and it really is working. It's really working.
It really is working, something if it considering that it's like really 50-50 on possession time, it could just be that is able to score on their drives instead of Aurora. Like at that point, it's really a defensive standpoint. Like a very defensive standpoint, because if you're able to get that out into the other side with the same amount of time and be able to score, but not letting the other team score, but it's still the same, it's really just being able to score off of your drives, like generally.
Really, and I do think that is where a lot of things are happening because there are saves here and there. They do happen. Actually, mostly on the side of Aurora. Aurora with 5 saves, Vicious only with 1 counted save at least. I think they have had more, but may not have gotten counted as saves. Nonetheless, though, like I think the big thing right now is their offensive plays because defense on both sides, I'm gonna be honest, they've been a little here and there. They've been very here and there. Because I think their offense just on both sides, their offensive stacks are always there before they have a chance at getting defensive stacks. And I think that may also be where Aurora is losing points right now, is that defense because Vicious their offensive stack, they are always on top of the disc. But Aurora's defensive stack sometimes just can't get back to their bubble to defend in time, and that just lets open goals happen sometimes. And of course, those are going to get punished, especially at this level. But I mean, even on lower levels, that is going to get punished. It doesn't matter where you are. It's more detrimental because, like, here is not a surprise for things like half courts and stuff to happen anymore. I mean, it's not complete surprise. I'll put it that way, because they do happen surprisingly often, and we are going to be unpausing here shortly. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's just really what's letting Vicious get ahead is just those defensive stacks. That's really what it is, in my opinion.
It really is. If you have a weak defense but very strong offense, you're gonna want to be able to score off of your like just coming back, just to be able to like keep it close. The other team has like a strong. Oh, Sweet Tooth with the interception there, pointing back. Sweet Tooth is going in for the 1v1 against Steel Strider. Going for the pass to Zach W. What a pass and what a shot to be able to score.
Speaking of punishing, I mean, beautiful interception from Sweet Tooth there. Seriously, I mean, I do not blame Aurora for not seeing that coming. I do not blame them. Beautiful read from Vicious. And it's going to be another missed rollout. Sweet Tooth with it again. Not able to get the pass, but they are still on top of it. Matthew with it. Matthew walking in, going in for the shot. Beautiful save up close from Steel Diver. Clearing it into the Vicious side. Oh my god.
Looney with the disc. No, Saluna with the disc. Saluna with the disc. Going in for the reset all the way back into Steel Skydiver. Steel Diver going in for the front pass all the way to Looney. Looney going for the reset to Steel Skydiver. Once again, they're going to go for the pass all the way down to Caesar. Caesar looking for his passes here. Holding onto this, stunning out Matthew. They're trying to get a drive in. Going for the pass and a shot to be able to get another 2 points on the board for Aurora.
Looks like a Steel Diver doing a little waving at the goal. Very excited that they now are up by another 2 points. Now their second goal of this round. I would be excited too if I were them, as we are halfway through this round. Now, only a 4-point difference here between both teams. That is 2 goals, doesn't matter what kind of goal. Maybe some more aggression from Vicious here, as Matthew with it now. Matthew holding on to him, moving it up to Zach W. Zach W getting stunned out by Saluna, but gets sent out, not sent out, but moved out around by Palace again. It's going to be some stun outs going around in the bubble. It's going to be stuck up in that upper trap area. Looney trying to get it out, cannot get it out. Zach W and Looney trying to both get it, but Zach W is going to get it first. They try to get it past. It's going to go into the other side trap now. Cannot get out of there. That is why it's called trap, by the way, because the disc just loves getting stuck in there. It's going to be moving around. Nobody can quite keep a hold on the disc right now. I think Vicious is just going to try to slow things down a bit, going for those long passes. And though that one-on-one with the goalie is going to be deadly for Aurora, but wonderful for Vicious as they bring up, again, by another 2 points now with a 6-point advantage.
Gonna be Aurora with the disc here. They're gonna have the jobs advantage 10-4 with around 4 minutes left in the round here. It's gonna be into the hands of Steel Skydiver. They're gonna go for the pass all the way down to left tunnel. The reset is gonna be taken. They're gonna hold on to it for a second. They're gonna go for another pass, but it's a bouncing off a trap there. But it's gonna be recovered by Caesar. Caesar is gonna go for that long pass all the way down to Looney. Looney juking around, going in for another pass all the way to Saluna. Saluna, it's a 1v1, but they're gonna go for the pass back to Looney. Looney brake checking, going down. Oh, but gets robbed by Zach W, but Zach W ends up getting stunned out, and Saluna is going to go for the reset all the way to Steel Skydiver. Steel Skydiver with the disc here, moving it up, taking it slow here, looking for the options that they could have, and they're going to go for that option all the way onto the backboard, but it's robbed by Matthew. And Matthew is going to get that cleared down, but it's going to be recovered by Saluna. But Saluna gets stunned out. Sweet Tooth with the disc. Sweet Tooth is going to go for the clear. They're bouncing off a bow tie. Zach W juking around also. It's going to be into the hands of Matthew. Matthew looking in for that cut. No cut. Actually, no cut there from Zach W. Zach W is going to get rejected by Steel Skydiver. And Steel Skydiver is going to get that cleared all the way down.
Wow, I mean, Aurora picking up their pace very much, but Vicious immediately matched their pace. Those the really beautiful saves from Aurora, though. Is going to get hit out? I can't tell if that was a headbutt or not. It's going to be an attempted clear, not quite going to go where they want to. Not those bounces you want. Caesar moving it around, but that Vicious stack is, to be frank, quite vicious. This Palace now with the open 3 going to ding it though. That would have been beautiful and wonderful for them to, you know, get into the minds of Aurora if they're not already. But they're gonna try to move it back to them and go for that 2-point. Not quite a 3, but it's pretty close. Pretty close.
You know, I approve of those passes right there. They were taken nice and calm, getting in, finding that open player, you know. Getting those passes around and be able and like leaving a player open is just great for a team like Vicious. But it's going to be into the hands of Aurora there. Caesar with the disc. Caesar is going to hold on to it. They're going to go for the long pass all the way down to Looney. Looney going in for the reset back to Steel Skydiver. Steel Skydiver holding on, going in for the long pass all the way to Looney. Looney going in for that back pass to Saluna. And Saluna is able to get that disc into the goal.
Beautiful pass work from Aurora on that one. Vicious, I mean, finally just not able to keep up with those. I mean, Aurora just really quick. They are seriously picking up their pace, and I think they realize that is what they need to do. They want a chance of taking this back, because this is a 2 3-pointer game. This is 6 points right now. There is a marginal chance, but they're going to have to move very quickly, and they realize that. Caesar with it now. Caesar trying to move around, way and juke out that pressure. Trying to go for the shot, and it is going to go in. It dinged off the little inner area and still managed to go in. That is something right there. Now, down to a 4-point deficit. There is a chance at Aurora taking this back here. Very marginal, but it is possible.
Aurora is able to get a read here. They really could have a really good chance here. It's gonna be a pass all the way down. You're gonna go for the pass all the way to Zach W. Zach W is gonna go for the clear all the way down. It's gonna be right into the hands of Looney, and Looney is gonna get that slapped all the way down. It's not all the way down. It's going to be in the trap and popcorn area. They're gonna go for the slap there, but it's intercepted by Palace. Palace going in for the pass to Zach W. Zach W is going to be moving it up, but there's not enough mathematical time left for Aurora, and it's going to be taken by Vicious in 2 rounds here. 3, 2, 1. That is it for this match.
It is Vicious. I can't make the same pun again. they were really strong here. Both teams were really strong here, honestly. Like, some really good pass work, especially on offensive and everything. But Vicious just able to pull through just a little bit more. Banna, I would ask if you had anything else to say, but we do have more matches to catch too. We are a little bit late here. So yeah, as Aidan said, we gotta go. So we will be right back. Stay here. We have 2 more matches coming up for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. We are back now with Apocoliipse versus Tenacious Herbivores. A plat matchup here for you. And yeah, we're gonna get started as soon as we can here because we are a little bit late. Our last match went started a little later than we wanted to, but that's okay because we're still gonna get these casts going on here. So, yeah. Banna, how you feeling for this one?
I don't really know a lot about these teams, but something I do notice is Tenacious Herbivores started in Season 4, and Apocoliipse is a new team for Season 6 here. And we should be getting into the matchup in a second here, as both teams are getting to ready up here, as I see. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup here. Yeah, that's all I can really say.
Hopefully going to get things kicked off here as soon as we can. We do have one ready up and waiting on the other, and there it is. So yeah, we're going to be getting started with the first round of this match already. Would you like to take us away, Banna?
Alright, you will. Alright. We're gonna have the first round coming in, and in 2, 1, stacks are going to be going out of the tunnels here, and it's going to be won by Apocoliipse here. Both the stack is going to be coming down from Apocoliipse. It's going to be into nope, not into the hands of Ion. Okay, yep. Ion with the disc here, going in for the pass all the way down into Kroger's. Kroger's juking around on the boat, and they're gonna go for the shot. 18 meters a second into the goal.
That is a very strong start for Apocoliipse here already. Not even 50, actually, yeah, 15 seconds in already getting those hard scores here. So now, Herbivores' chance to take this back here as they're gonna roll out with their joust advantage. Trying to move it over to Martian. It's going to not be maybe the pass they expected. Trying to go for the shot, barely missing. They move into the bubble, now trying to go for the 2, but they're up right against someone and it gets stolen out. Kroger's with it, getting stunned out by that stack already. Some very interesting gameplay going on here. Ionic moving it over to Kroger's. Once again, they have possession here, moving very fast. Sinnoh, or side of Sinnoh, sending it over to Publix. Now moving it over to Sinnoh. Just they have a chance to walk in here. They're gonna try to move it in, and they are going to take it. Now bringing them up another 2 points. Very strong start for the side of Apocoliipse.
Sinnoh. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. If anyone in chat knows how to pronounce that, please tell me, because I'm curious. But it's going to be the joust advantage of the Tenacious Herbivores, and they're gonna go for the pass all the way down. It's gonna be some awkward bounces there, and the front stack is gonna be able to get that. Kroger's with it. Is Kroger's will be going in for the long clear all the way into the bubble. Stacks are coming in from both teams here. It's gonna be into the hands of Ion going in for the cut to Kroger's, and Kroger's slapping the disc into the goal.
Dude, also, it seemed, yeah, the correct, someone else in chat said it. I did look it up. The correct pronunciation is Sinnoh. It is Sinnoh. So, again, Herbivores, they have joust advantage once again. This is their chance to maybe get things up, try to match the pace of Apocoliipse. They're going to be moving it around here. It's going to be recovered by Sinnoh there. Not quite going to go to one of the Herbivore teammates here. Going to move back into the Herbivore side of the field. It's going to be Knight picking it up. Trying to get it cleared into the other side, but it's not going to work. Maybe a shot there, but just a bit too low. Recovered by Ionic, and going to punish that with the 3.
You know, maybe the name Ionic could be, like, iconic. I'm not sure, but that shot was pretty iconic there. But it's going to be the joust advantage of the Tenacious Herbivores, and it's going to be into the hands of Green Shirt going in for the pass all the way down, but it's going to get rejected by Ion going in for the long 3, but it ends up bouncing off the clock there of the edge right there. It's going to be into the hands of Des Rones with the disc here, holding on to it. They're going to go for the clear all the way to left tunnel. It's going to be a long clear. It's not going to be in the bubble, but it's going to be close enough, but Kroger's is right there to be able to recover it, and they're gonna get stunned out by D Rones though, and D Rones is moving the distance. They're gonna go for the shot, but what a save there! Going in from Publix. It's gonna be into the hands of Kroger's, and Kroger's is gonna get that cleared down.
Very balanced playing from Apocoliipse right now. Just very strong defense. Those saves, beautiful. Green Shirt sending it over in Knight. Here's another chance to take a shot, and they are going to get it this time. That goalie is stunned out before they can get that disc. That is going to now be the first points for Herbivore for this round and for this game for that matter. Just before we hit the 6-minute mark, maybe they just need to get a little warmed up. Maybe they gotta get used to the other team. We'll see. As they now Apocoliipse this joust advantage this time. We'll see how their rollout chooses to play out. Is just kind of going around on their side here, taking their time, trying to draw out those stacks from Herbivores. Going to be moved over to Kroger's. Kroger's just holding on to it, taking their time. No pressure. So no pressure, no rush. So Ionic now with it, but getting stolen out as Knight gets all up in their face. It's going to be D Rones now with it, trying to go for the 3, but dinging it just narrowly. Unfortunate, because that would have been a beautiful 3 and beautiful way to start their comeback for them. Knight with it. Now, moving it in, trying to go for the bounce shot. Again, just not able to get it in. That is so unfortunate to see.
It's going to be down, but it's going to get intercepted by Sinnoh. But Publix getting the save there. It's going to be recovered by Knight, though. And Knight is going to go for the shot there while the goalie is stunned out. They're really trying to get that goalie stunned out to get a 3-pointer in. But it's going to be into the hands of Knight here. It's going to be passed all the way down to Martian Man going in for the shot, but rejected by Publix once again. It's going to be into the hands of Kroger's, and Kroger's is going to get that cleared all the way down. Both teams are coming in. It's going to be into the hands. I don't know who that was, but they were going for the shot, but ends up being missed. It's going to be into the hands of Kroger's here, and Kroger's is going to go for the slap all the way to Ion, and Ionic is going to get that shot in.
those saves from the side of Apocalypse are coming in clutch right now because they have had so many shots pulled on them. Herbivores is getting the shots that they need. They are getting them, but Apocalypse, really strong defense right now and a really strong offense to top that. As those saves, I mean, even with someone trying to stun the heck out of them, they're still able to get those. It's going to be some fighting around in the bubble. It's going to be moved out of the bubble, recovered from a Herbivore member, Martian Man. Martian Man trying to pass it over, but cannot get it. It's going to be a fight for it. Ionic is going to get it, though. Trying to clear it, cannot get it, though. It's going to go to Kroger's instead, who's going to clear it down into Herbivores. The Apocalypse stack is already ready for it, and they are going to get it before anybody else can. Though a close race, but nonetheless, it's going to be 2 more points for Apocalypse, now with a 11-point lead right now.
Apocalypse was able to find that open shot there, and they took it. They're taking their chances here. And Tenacious Herbivores will have to be having the disc here. There is around 3 minutes left in this round. There's still possible time for the win of this round, but it's going to be into the hands of Apollo, but rejected by Knight. Knight has the shot. They're going to go for the 3, but it's rejected by Kroger's. Kroger's is going to attempt to get that cleared down, but it's going to be into the hands of D-Rones. D-Rones is going to go for the pass to No Man's Land, though, as it bounced off goes, but it's recovered, though. The pass is going to be taken, but Kroger's is also there to be able to say no pass. They're going to go, it's going to be into the hands of Publix here. It's going to be stunned out by Knight, though, and Knight is going to go for the clear into the other bubble.
Herbivores right now, they're getting a bit riskier, and they are just picking up their pace. Martian Man trying to go for the shot a little too far to the right, though. Those side shots can be difficult sometimes. Knight moving over D-Rones, who is going to move it in, I believe, maybe off the head of Publix there, as that is going to be another 2 points for them, and their second goal now. There is just over 2 minutes left. We'll see where this goes, that's for sure.
They're really trying to pick up the pace here, of course. You know, you can see it. They're trying to rush those shots, but Apocalypse did miss the disc, and they're gonna have a wide open 3, and Knight is gonna be able to get that slapped into the goal in exactly 1 second.
That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for Apocalypse. Very fortunate for Herbivores, though, as they are able to start closing this gap, now only to a 6-point gap. Maybe Apocalypse will change that. We'll see where this goes. Once again, Ionic with it now, sitting in that mid zone, just trying to keep possession. They're going to get sunned out. The stack from Apocalypse is trying to get to it. D-Rones are covering it first, but those stuns are also very helpful on top of that, those defensive and offensive plays. Seriously, if they were just like playing a no-stun game, this very possibly could be a very different game. It's going to be Martian Man who's going to move it over to Knight. Not too much pressure, not enough pressure, very clearly, as they're going to now another 2 points. This lead is getting smaller by the second, quite literally. We'll see. I'm not sure where this is going anymore.
Not at all, really. There's a minute left. There's still time to be able to two-pointers, and it's going to be going into OT unless if Apocalypse is able to score here. But their joust is messed up. They're going to try to get that slap down. The stack is going to be into the hands of Knight, though. Knight is going to go for the shot here. It's going to be passed all the way to Martian Man, and Martian Man is able to put the disc right into the goal. There's around 40 seconds. No, actually, when the disc gets grabbed, it's going to be like 30 seconds left. But at the same time, there's still time for the Tenacious Herbivores to be able to get this round. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just under 30 seconds on the clock. I think Apocalypse, I would imagine they would really want to be stalling here. But, I mean, no, they're still trying to move fast, and they're going to miss those passes. That might be punished here. D-Rones. Actually, no, the stack from Herbivores falling apart. Unfortunate. But Knight with it. Missing the goal. Unfortunate. And unless they can manage this here, nah, that's not happening. Unfortunate. As this is going to go to Apocalypse with it was not a close round. Like, Apocalypse had a huge lead, and then Herbivores began to close that lead. And they just couldn't get that last goal they needed in time. What do you think?
Yeah, really, you know, once they were starting to get a lot of points. Just a lot of points there. But at the end, they rushed a little too hard and missed that 2-pointer that they could have taken and be able to put into the goal there. But of course, that happens all the time. But I feel like both teams will be excited, and I feel like the second round is going to be very, very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think it is possible that Herbivores, because I know a lot of teams like that, even my team sometimes. Like, sometimes you just need a moment to get used to how the other team is playing. Whether you got to get up to their pace, or how, like, their play style, or just whatever. Or maybe you're just not warmed up yet. It happens. A lot of teams are not first round teams. So, we may see, like, as you said, a lot closer of a second round here. I mean, yeah, we will definitely be seeing where this goes as we start the round 2, or the second round, very shortly. We have a neutral joust. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, both teams are preparing to get those stacks out, and the stacks are going to be out right now. Actually, both teams are going to be stacking down. It's going to be into the hands of Tenacious Herbivores. They're going to get that all the way down. It's going to be into the hands of Green Shirt, but Green Shirt dings the disc off of the goalpost there. It's going to be into the hands of Sinnoh there. Sinnoh is going to go for the pass to Kroger's. Kroger is jumping around. They're going to clear. It's going to bounce off a nest, though. Stacks are getting together here as but the stacks were stunned down. It's gonna be into the hands of Martian Man. Martian Man is gonna go for the pass all the way down to Knight. Knight is gonna go for the clear all the way down. Both teams are getting together. Knight is gonna go for the slap, but it ends up being off to the left of the goal. It's gonna be into the hands of Kroger's.
It is, and it's going to be into the Herbivore side now. Martian closing in on that, trying to clear it out. It's not going to be fast enough to get out, though, as Kroger's trying to maybe go for a shot there? I mean, the shield was kind of in the way. I don't know if that could happen. Maybe with some lucky bounces there. Nothing is luck. But Publix with it now. They're trying to walk in on that. Not quite that. Really not much pressure, but a ding nonetheless as they try to go for the shot. It's going to be moved back to Ionic. Ionic moving it up to Publix, picking up the pace a little bit. Publix sending it over to Kroger's. Kroger's walking in. Pressure and stun. So that's going to be a ding as they try to make the shot. Just not enough time. A bit too much pressure on them. I mean, that was like a 2 dings at least. And they're going to go in for 2 points now. Herbivores leading this round with the first goal. Not letting Apocoliipse take as... Yeah. I'm struggling. Apocoliipse took the last round a lot quicker, but Herbivores, they drawed this one out a lot more.
Of course, the pass is going to be all the way down to Kroger's here, and Kroger's is going to move to this. Play it calm here. The stack is going in for the pressure. The long pass all the way down to Ionic, though, is going to be there. Kroger's getting passed down to. They're going to go for the long pass there, but it bounces off of the trends. But Sinnoh is there to recover it. They're going to go for the reset. It's going to be into the hands of Ionic. Ionic going for the pass to Kroger's. Kroger's juking around on the side, but it's rejected by Green Shirt, but it's into the hands of D-Rones here, and D-Rones is going to take that clear chance and get that cleared all the way down. Both teams are getting stacked up here. It's going to be a stack race. One team ended up pushing into the goal there. It's going to be into the hands of Knight here. Knight is moving the disc up. They're going to go for the shot, but it ends up dinging right off the goal post, but it's recovered by D-Rones, and D-Rones is going to go for a shot there, but Ionic is there to reject it and get it out of the goal and clear down into the tunnel.
What just happened? And what just happened there? Kroger's open shot, open disc, just slamming it in for the 2. I mean, on that other side, just like 15 seconds ago or so, like possession just keeps shifting. There was so many shots going in that just never went in. I'm not even. I don't have anything to say there. My jaw was just open that whole time, legitimately. Just some beautiful work from both sides. These are super evenly matched right now. And again, this second round, much closer at this moment. Kroger's with it now. Going to get clears out. It's going to be a stack race. So they get ready. Where are they? Where are they? Stacks are not entirely intact. Sinnoh with the shot, though, as they do have a stack coming in against essentially a 2v1 there. And going in for that 3. Now bringing them up into the lead.
Joust advantage for Tenacious Herbivores, and I can't Apocoliipse, something I've noted, they play very good, move the disc up very slowly, but very quick passes. which is something I'd like to see. But it's gonna be into the hands of Apocoliipse. The dribble is gonna get down, but the stack does end up getting stunned out. It's gonna be into the hands of Knight here. Knight looking for the passes, playing it slow here. They're gonna go for the reset all the way down. It's a Martian Man. Martian Man going for the pass all the way back. They're gonna go for the pass low. The shot is gonna be taken, and it's gonna be headbutted by Green Shirt into the goal.
Yeah, and I mean, Herbivores and Apocoliipse right now, they are head-to-head. This is currently a 1-point game, and we're closing in on the half-round mark. There are almost just about 5.5 minutes left in this round, and there's just a 1-point difference right now. We'll see maybe some pace changes going on. Publix now with it, just trying to walk it in. That defense is too much though, as they stun out, as they're kind of all on top of him, all on top of that disc, just not able to get that pass he wanted. Sinnoh is going to get stunned out, and it's going to be cleared into the Apocoliipse side. Martian closing in on it. Stacks coming in, trying to go for the shot, and they're going to get it. 3 more points from Herbivores, now bringing them back in the lead by 2 points.
A shot there coming in from Martian Man, a very long shot. They had the chance and they took it. It's now 5-7 with the lead in the Tenacious Herbivores. Still very close matchup, you know. Either team can take it here. The just advantage for Apocoliipse though, and it's gonna be into now Publix. Publix is gonna go for the clear all the way down into right tunnel. It's gonna be right. Oh no, the bounce is misread though, and Kroger's is going to go chase it down. Kroger's with the disc. Kroger's, it's a 1v2 here. They're gonna go take the reset to Sinnoh, but Sinnoh end up getting stunned out, and they're not able to get it. It's going to be inside hands of Martian Man. Martian Man going in for the clear all the way down left tunnel. Left tunnel. It's going to go into the bubble here, you know, both teams. It's a stack race. It's going to be into the hands of Green Shirt here. Green Shirt is going to have the shot, and Green Shirt is going to make that disc in.
We very possibly could be looking at a round 3 here, as Herbivores are now in the lead for the first, I mean, they've been in the lead, but this is their first time having a proper lead. I don't think they ever actually had a lead during that first round. They had a tie game at one point, but not a lead, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, this rollout from Apocoliipse, just trying to keep it not quite what they want there as the bounces come in, but it's still going to be on the Herbivore side. No stacks, but no, the defensive stack from Herbivore is just barely missing it. Publix is going to be able to get to it. No stunouts or anything, and it's going to be moved to Ionic, sending it in for the 2. I mean, unfortunate for Herbivores, just maybe not able to get those stuns, steals, whatever you really need out there.
Did I just see a backwards pass taken by Publix there? I might be like blind, or I might be like, that was an insane pass, really. The pressure was there, but they were able to get that down. But it's now going to be into the hands of Sinnoh here. Sinnoh is going to go for the Kong here. It's going to bounce off a pack there, though. It's going to be into the hands of D-Runs here. D-Runs is going to take the clear all the way down into the tunnel, but the bounce is messed up. Publix is going to go for the long pass all the way down to Kroger's. Kroger's looking for the passes. They're going to go for the reset all the way down to Sinnoh. Sinnoh has a route here, but they're going to pass to Kroger's instead. Kroger's is going to go for the shot, but it's rejected by Green Shirt. And it's going to be into the hands of Knight here. Knight is going to go for the clear. The stack is already down there. Into the hands of Kroger's, though, and Kroger's is going to go for the clear down left tunnel here. The stacks are getting up together, but this was actually almost into the goal there, but not quite enough. It's going to be into the trap popcorn air, but now bouncing up into the midfield.
These teams really they're really trying to match each other's pace right now. Whoever is defensive, whoever is offensive, they just gotta keep on top of it, and they are certainly doing that. It's on to the Apocoliipse side. It's going to be a race for it. Martian is going to get there first, trying to go in for the 3, but dinging it. It's going to be recovered by Knight, who is going to change it into a 2 instead. Very close 3 shot there. Not going in, but they still got a 2, and that means they are still in the lead.
It's gonna be incidents of Apocoliipse. Still 2 minutes left. They could take it back, but of course, Tenacious Heroes does have a really good chance here. It's gonna be into the hands of Sinnoh. They're gonna go for the pass all the way down the right tunnel, but it ends up bouncing iffy there. It's gonna be right into the hands of Martian Man. Martian Man is gonna get that cleared. No, that wasn't Martian Man, but it's gonna be into the hands of Knight there, and Knight gonna Knight through it and is able to score for another 2 points.
They are. As again, we are now our herbivores now maintaining their lead. They are now in a 6-point lead, which I believe is an opposite flip of what had happened last round. And last round, what happened was that Herbivores started taking that back. So we'll see if Apocoliipse does the same, as they, again, are keeping that very fast pace. Ionic moving it over to Kroger's. Kroger's juking, trying to juke out Zerones, and it's going to work as they pass back over to Ionic, who is going to send it in for the 2.
Ionic, ironic, iconic. I don't know. But it's going to be the Johnson advantage of the Tenacious Herbivores, but I don't think there's enough time left for Apocoliipse. It seems like we're going to be going into a round 3, and you know, the casting team everybody in the casting team loves a round 3, you know. But it's gonna be insane. Zero's just gonna take that route. They're gonna go for the shot, but ends up being missed. It's gonna be slapped away, and that's going to be it. We're going in to a round 3.
Yes, we are. This is a very interesting game. Seriously, I mean, there's some interesting play because, again, that first round, Apocoliipse with the massive lead for the majority of the round. Majority of round 1. They had a huge lead, and then slowly, Herbivores started creeping up on them. And then second round, they just decimated them. I mean, they didn't decimate them, but they did a really dang good job. And we do also have a round break coming here. It is a pause, but it is not a timeout. This is a round break that you can take between rounds 2 and yes, between round 1 and 2 and between rounds 2 and 3 without using a timeout, which is very nice. If you just need a moment, drink, get water. I said the same thing. I mean, you could take it a different way, but I'm not going to specify that. You know, just take a break, do what you need. I mean, yeah, Banna, anything particular else you're seeing?
You know, once Tenacious Herbivores really got everything together, Apocoliipse really just started falling apart, really. Because, you know, at the start of the round, you know, they were passing quick. They were taking every single pass, you know. It looked great, but then once Tenacious Herbivores got their lead, it really just started messing up, you know. I feel like Tenacious Herbivores really has Apocoliipse down on their strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like, pace, too. Honestly, like... But I think Herbivores maybe was a little behind on Apocoliipse's pace. Or maybe Apocoliipse was a little bit ahead of Herbivores in that first round. But then second round, again, I think that's also why they were able to stay on each other so much, was because they were able to match each other's pace. Because pace is very much a thing that is extremely important in the game of Echo Arena. Because you have to be careful with your pace. Maybe sometimes you gotta slow it down. You don't want to be too hasty. Maybe sometimes you gotta make it a little bit faster. Maybe you're getting too much pressure from the other team. Or maybe it's on your side and you need to stack right over to it. Otherwise, you're about to get scored on. And Herbivores realized that, and they started getting their stacks up or just having someone ready on defense, not trying to move too hastily or anything.
Of course, and you know, for the new people coming in, you know, tomorrow Fall Fest begins. Fall Fest begins 6 weekends, 3 league, 1 passing, starting October 15th, and featuring Pavlov. We're gonna begin with Pavlov tomorrow, October for this weekend for 3 weekends straight on October, and then in November we'll 22 to the 23rd we'll have Onward and Echo Arena. And of course, we're gonna go in to finish off Fall Fest, celebrating 5 years of VRML. We're gonna end off with Echo Arena Season 6 Finals.
Yes, be there or be square, as they say. Fall Fest. Be there. Anyways, yeah, again, I just like to recap a little bit. Seriously interesting plays going on, both sides. And I mean, honestly, like, this was a very interesting round. I find it interesting that Herbivores was able to again get back into the lead. Maybe they just round one was not their round. Maybe round one was not their round, and I do believe we are actually unpausing here, ending the round break, but still believe we have a little bit of the initial time, which is fine. Yeah, we have about 50 seconds or so before we get into round 3, the deciding round.
I always love a round 3. Just love round 3s in general. It's the most intense round of them all. Really, you know, if we have a round 3 with an OT, even better. Even better. Up to stakes. Win or go home here. Of course, for season 6. We're week 10, right? I
We are on week 10.
We are on. All right. You know, and both teams will be trying to take it in. You know, it's win or you lose the game. So, but yeah, we'll be seeing what happens after these few seconds. And yeah, that's all I gotta really say.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be getting started here with this initial neutral joust. That is certain. So we'll see who manages to take this joust as we go 3, 2, 1, going in, launching in. It's going to be unfortunate. Kroger's bouncing off that little double diamond Geo. So it's going to go into the hands of Knight. Knight moving it up to Clock. Green shirt sitting there, sending it in for the 2. I mean, Apocoliipse. Unfortunate bounce on their initial regrab there.
Really is an unfortunate bounce. That happens to me all the time, you know. I don't even front stack, man. But once you get a bad headbutt, it's all over. The other team is easily gonna get it. But of course, it happens. It's gonna be into the hands of Sinnoh. Sinnoh is gonna go for the pass all the way down. They're gonna go for the cross pass all the way to Ionic. Ionic with the disc. They're gonna go for another pass all the way down into the hands of Sinnoh. Sinnoh has a cross pass to Kroger's there, and a pass to Ionic for the reset there, which I'm gonna predict they're gonna take, and they are gonna take it. Like that. Anyways, Ionic with the disc. Ionic is gonna go for the pass all the way down to Kroger's. Kroger's passing it all the way down, but it ends up being missed though. It's gonna recover it though, but they're gonna get stunned out. But Kroger's is there to go for the reset to Ionic. Both they're playing very slow right now, looking for their passes here. Very, very slow. They're gonna go for the long pass down to Kroger's, and Kroger's is gonna take the shot. But ends up being missed there. It's gonna be into the hands of Publix. Publix giving them another chance. Kroger's gets stunned out though. But it's going to be into the hands of Publix.
Really good defensive playing from Herbivores. They have certainly picked up their defense from round 1 and round 2 for that matter. Round 2 was a lot better, but I mean right now, this round 3, this is what matters, and they know it. But that doesn't matter for Ionic, who is going to send it in for the 2. Lenang redeeming the hydrate in the chat. I'm almost out of water, but thank you nonetheless. I will still drink the rest of it.
I'm going to drink the water bottle that doesn't have any water here. You know, love that water that doesn't exist anymore.
Love me some oxygen. It's gonna be a just out. Maybe an attempted shot, but maybe not the best move, as there are people blocking us to know, trying to clear it out. But it's going to be into the hands of Knight right now. Knight moving in on it, walking it in, and some fighting with the goalie is gonna let that 2-point shot go in. Now Herbivores. 4-2 right now. They have a 2-point advantage right now, just under 2 minutes in.
Yeah, it's gonna be the chance advantage here of Apocoliipse. You know, we'll see what they can do. 7 minutes and 30 seconds around that time left into the round. It's gonna be into the hands of Sinnoh here. Sinnoh is gonna go for the slow pass all the way down to Kroger's. Kroger's is gonna go for the slap back, but ends up being incomplete though. It's gonna be into the hands of Knight here. Knight will have to open 3. They're gonna go for the long shot, nice and slow, but it ends up working in to the goal for a 3-pointer, leading them to have a 5-point lead.
Herbivores right now just punishing every mistake they can pick up on Apocoliipse. That can be very important, and because I mean, if you pick up on a mistake, you can take serious advantage of that. And I think Apocoliipse especially did that first round as well. Herbivores just did it there, as you know, they did not get what they wanted. Apocoliipse didn't get what they wanted. Herbivores certainly did. It's going to be Kroger's with the rollout right now. They're going to be just kind of passing it back and forth, kind of trying to draw out and separate that front stack there. It's going to be Publix with it. Getting stolen out by D-Runs, though. D-Runs trying to clear it. It's going to be sitting in the middle area. Kroger's quickly sending it over to Sano very hastily, but it's still going to work. Ionic with it now, crossing it over to Kroger's, who is going to miss it. He's going to be bouncing around. It's going to be a slight fight for it as Martian gets it now, sending it back into the middle area.
It's gonna be into the side, right into the midfield, going farther, but the stack is there coming in from Apocoliipse, but it ends up intercepted by Knight here. Knight is moving up the disc here. They're gonna look for the pass. Instead, they're gonna go for the shot! The bounce shot into the goal there. What a shot! Able to put another 3 points on the board.
And that is going to be a pause from which side? It's going to be a pause from Apocoliipse, which is fair. Yeah, I see the stream. It's going to be a pause from Apocoliipse right now, which I think is warranted considering we're, what, 4 minutes in, which isn't... Aidan wants to do sidelines very quick, so he is going to do some ad hoc sidelining for you.
All right, I know this is really scuffed, but Apocoliipse over here, over on Orange, I'm noticing they are playing the slow game. They're trying to get those passes across, but Tenacious Herbivores, they are well, their stacks are just right on it. They get them down and they just intercept the disc and throw it back down and get those points. I think what Apocoliipse really has to do at this point is speed it up a little bit. You know, keep those passing, maybe a little less, but definitely speed it up just a little bit.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. You know, I think the paces have kind of shifted a little bit because round one, I feel like Apocoliipse was going super fast and Herbivores just couldn't quite keep up with them. But now it's Herbivores that's going super fast and Apocoliipse has just, as you said, just kind of slowed things down a little bit. Taking their pause, maybe just trying to take a short break here. You know, they're just kind of chilling, maybe taking a step out, maybe get some water or something, you know. Does big things for you. Maybe have a little bit of pep talk. Yeah, I mean, what you see? What else you seeing out there, Banna?
All right, I just got a hall pass from Aidan-VR, you know, and Aidan-VR is going to be taking over for me for the rest of this round. So we'll see what happens. So Aidan, take it away.
Yeah, Banna did indeed get a hall pass for me. He's gonna go and do something really quick, but I am here gonna be casting with you. Looks like we got some dancers in front of the cameras right now. Publix and Kroger's on the side of words Apocoliipse. I almost said vicious. I'm so silly, but yeah, these two just dancing around with each other, having fun. Oh, they're playing a game of stun and dodge now. Whoa, Kroger's with the big jumps. Just getting them out. So, I want to know, chat, what's your guys' opinion on this game so far? And, you know, how you liking the stream? Looks like, was that an unpause? I think it was. It was indeed. Apocoliipse is going to take their unpause. I think they're ready to go now. We'll see if that pause did anything to change, but we'll see. Take it away, Penny.
They have just advantage right now. Hopefully able to maybe get themselves a little bit more organized, maybe change their pace to match up a little bit, maybe take an advantage. We'll see. There's still plenty of time for this to go either way. They're taking their time. Ionic sending it over to Publix moving in, but getting stunned out. This Martian now clearing it, attempting to clear it out. It is going to go out, just still kind of sticking in that little area. Sino headbutting it. It's going to stay in D-Rone's hands, but not seeing Kroger coming in on them and stunning and stealing. The stack's trying to come in, but not going to go where they want. It's going to be, maybe Apocoliipse would have had the disc, and they do end up stealing the disc back out, saving from the side of Herbivores, but it is still going to go in for 2 points. Now Apocoliipse now with their second goal of this round, now up 4-10.
Yeah, it looks like that timeout might have done something after all, as they do get their first goal coming out of it, and they did look really good there. I will admit, they got past the Herbivore stack, and that is their biggest obstacle so far. They're coming out of the tubes now. It's going to be grabbed by Green Shirt, passing that one to the right tunnel. Knight going to pick that one up, pass it right back over. No one's home, though, and it's going to be picked up here by Kroger's, going for that long three, taking a bounce off Geo, though. It does go low, and all players on Apocoliipse that were able to get it were stunned out. So it will be picked up by Tenacious. Going to go for that shot. Not in, though. Almost. but it's going to be a clear coming over from Iconic over on Apocoliipse. Not going to be all the way out, but it will get clear by his teammate Sinnoh. Sinnoh going to send that all the way down. The stacks for Herbivores are right there. It's picked up by Knight. Knight's going to go for a clear all the way down. Looks like he will find that clear. It does get out. And yeah, we're waiting stacks now.
The stacks are going to come in. D-Rones with it, passing to no one. But Martian's still going to be able to get it back. D-Rones with it now, moving in for the 2. Nobody to pressure him in and out of the disc. So it's going to be another 2 points for the side of Herbivores.
Yeah, another 2 points on the side of Herbivores. They do get that to Apocoliipse, maybe losing a bit of momentum here. They definitely they have a chance still. There's plenty of time left. They can definitely do it. But the question is, will they be able to do it? I definitely think they still need to move faster. It looks like that's what they're doing here. They're also sending out that stack. Looks like they just have a player sitting on that stack that is so dangerous, but it doesn't matter. The backline player able to get it and send it right back down. It's picked up by Iconic, and he's able to get it, but stolen by Knight. Knight gonna move around, go for the shot, almost in, almost hitting that bottom pocket, but it's not gonna go in. Instead, it's gonna be picked up by D-Rones. D-Rones gonna shoot that one up. Looks like it's no one's possession at the moment. Will be picked up by Sinnoh. Gonna go for that clear out. I'm yawning. I am a tired person. But yeah, we do get the clear out. It goes down. It's picked up here by Iconic now. Iconic gonna go for a reset pass over to, I believe that's Kroger's. Kroger's on the floor now. Public going high. Kroger's with the shot coming in, laying down the law on Tenacious Herbivores. Why? Named hard.
Names are hard.
Names
I
are
agree.
hard.
But yeah, that timeout or a little bit ago certainly did something as Apocoliipse. Now they have lowered that point difference down to only 6 points. That is 2 3-pointers for reference. Trying to go for the pass to D-Rones, but blocked and stunned out. So it's going to be sent over into the back into the Herbivores side. Knight recovering it again, trying to go for the clear, but it does not go out. So Ionic recovers it. Kroger's now bouncing around, trying to get a pass to Ionic. Names are hard. You're right.
See?
Public's going to send it over to Sinnoh, who's going to send it in for the 2. Again, lowering that lead. Now only 4 points.
Yeah, they can definitely take this one. They're really close now. Just 4 points behind. 2 2s or 3 and a 2. They can take it. They got time. Minute 30 left on the clock. But Tenacious. I don't know why I keep going for titanium, but it's not it. Going for that shot all the way down. Knight trying to hit it, but doesn't get hit instead. Lots of stunning going on. Looks like it will be picked up by Tenacious. Gonna go for that pass over. Looks like it will be picked up by Apocoliipse. They're gonna glue that one right back over. Green shirt not able to get a hand on it. Instead, it's grabbed and cleared out by Iconic. Getting that one all the way down. Stacks are now coming in. Looks like that blue stack does miss it. Going high now. It's picked up by Kroger. Going for the shot. Not in, though. Not quite. They have 40 seconds left on the board to get some points and maybe tie this one up. But they're just not able to hit their shot as it does get cleared by Tenacious. God, what is wrong with me?
It's okay. That's why I kept saying the second half is a bit easier. We are now 30 seconds in. This lead is very short, but that is going to be taken by Herbivores. Now, sealing this round off for them as they have 15-8 right now. There's a chance for maybe, if they are very lucky, a souvenir point here, but does seem quite unlikely as with this, that is the round is sealed off. And Herbivores is going to be taking this round 3, and with that, the game for that matter. As I mean, yeah, this was a super interesting round, super interesting game here. Can I play home?
I'm here. I don't know if I
I'm
got
back. Vanna's here. Vanna's here.
I'm here.
Vanna's gonna take over for me again.
Whoa.
Welcome back.
Cool hall pass here that I'd like to show off to everyone, which is pretty cool if I'm being honest.
Did you actually make a hall pass?
Here's the hall pass. Aidan-VR
He
hall.
made-
Green screen's messing it up. I'm being honest
Put
here.
it as an angle.
But- Oh yeah, I got you. Aidan-VR hall pass.
Yep, that's my handwriting right there. Obviously, gave it to Banna myself.
It is breaking the fabric of reality as we speak for some reason. We're not going to question it. We have also been kicked out of the lobby. That's not very nice. Please don't do that. Anyway, Aiden, are we still going into the next match? Yeah, okay.
I'll pop in real quick.
Depending, because we are late, we may or may not have a next match coming up for you. If we do, it will be in the middle. But
We are like
it'll be.
we're-
We went
we
into
are
a
late.
round 3 twice, or did we? No, we went to
Yeah,
one round
no.
3, but
one round 3, but like the
Still.
last match they paused like a lot. Oh, this match. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nonetheless, though, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Martian.
Mhm.
It happens. We're used to it. They haven't. Okay, I was about to say.
Oh.
Okay, so this is going to be our last match of the night. With this, I mean, seriously, just recap real quick. This was a game. Like, seriously, I have few words because this was insane. With the comeback from Herbivores, seriously.
It really was insane considering how that first round was really just into the side of Apocoliipse, but they were able, Tenacious Herbivores by the end of that first round was really able to get so much momentum to the point where they were able to come back easily and be able to score enough to win. Which,
Yeah, I mean, seriously, they able to get what they need, just pick up that pace and everything. But again, with that is going to be our last cast of the night. I've been HPenny2. Here with me is Banna, and on cams and for like a couple minutes, or no, like co-casting and sideline for a few minutes, was Aidan-VR. This has been us on VRML Channel 1. We'll see you next time.
I love Echo Arena.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.